Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. I'm just doing a very quick sort of update on some of the cases that we're following. So I want to let you know, first of all, about Samantha Murphy. Police have been searching again. They've said they're going to carry on searching until Samantha is found. Let's have a look at that. Sorry. Now I had... yeah.
Specialist technology detection dogs.
They're using these detection dogs, and I think they're going to find Samantha very soon. I honestly feel, because they're really going for it, and they've got these special dogs that can pick up SIM cards and all sorts of things. Let's hear about it.
Have led today's search for the body of Ballarat woman Samantha Murphy. For the latest, let's go live to Mimi Becker. Mimi, have they narrowed their hunt?
Good evening, Tom. Well, today's search was incredibly targeted and quite scaled back. Those technology detection dogs were called in from the AFP, and they were here to sniff out Samantha Murphy's phone and smartwatch that are still yet to be recovered as part of this investigation. It was hoped they could find a SIM card or perhaps trace any of that technology. There was also officers out looking in the Buninyong Bushland Reserve, which is incredibly steep terrain. It's very close to where the major search operation happened yesterday. Now, they're acting on fresh information, and that includes phone data. As for the 22-year-old Patrick Stevenson, who's been charged with Samantha Murphy's murder, we understand that he's still not cooperating with the police investigation, but the Commissioner says...
So he's still not cooperating with the police. Sorry, I've got quite a lot of things going on at the moment, so I'm trying to do about 20 things at once. But yeah, I just wanted to give you these updates. So he's still not cooperating, but it seems to me that the police are pretty much certain round about where Samantha's body must be, and they're there now with these specialist dogs. I think it's not going to be long. I just feel it.
The force hasn't given up hope in finding Samantha.
We are doing everything we can to try and find Samantha Murphy's body. We still haven't.
So here's Shane Patton, the Chief Commissioner. We have seen him a couple of times speaking, haven't we? He was the one that originally was saying there was nothing suspicious. Then he was the first one to say there was something suspicious. And between him and the other guy from the missing persons unit, Mark Hatt, who also comes out every now and again with things to say, these have been the ones that have been giving us any information that it's possible to have. So I don't know about you, but I just feel like they're virtually there. There's a reason why they're searching these areas.
Recovered her phone and her watch. So we'll use all those specialist skills, and we'll continue over the coming period to target specific areas.
Now, today's search has wrapped up for the day, and police tell me there isn't any significant update on the investigation, but they do plan to be out here over the coming weeks with some bigger searches. Tom?
Mimi Becker with the latest from Ballarat. Thank you.
I do like the fact that they've not given up. You know, they're not just, they're trying really, really hard to find Samantha, and I just think it won't be long. So that's the first little update I wanted to give you. You know, these dogs, they are specialist dogs. They were used to, remember the mushroom person, Erin Patterson, the woman who made the beef Wellington with the death cap mushrooms. Let's just have a look at this. I'll share this with you. Where have I got? There I am. So, you know, these dogs are good. And these dogs are considered to be the most elite of all sniffer dogs. So they can sniff out memory storage devices such as USBs, hard drives, mobile phone storage device cards and SIM cards. So they're perfect, really, to try and find Sam's Apple Watch and her phone. Their noses are so sensitive they can track down cash hidden under stairs, SIM cards concealed in shoes, and USBs buried in eskies full of food. And they specialise in sniffing out items favoured by criminals, including explosives, firearms, currency, drugs, electronic devices. I mean, they're brilliant. There's Sam. She's coming home. They're going to bring her home. I know it's not in the best way that they would have wanted to bring her home, but at least if she comes home. So these were famously used during a search of the Leongatha home belonging to the accused mushroom chef Erin Patterson last November, and we still have to say alleged because she hasn't gone to trial yet. So one of the canines found a USB, a micro-secure digital card, a SIM card, and another dog, that was Georgia, and another dog, Alma, detected a mobile phone, 5 iPads, a trail camera, a secure digital watch, and a smartwatch. And these things were not found during the initial searches by officers. So it's fantastic. So we're going to a different location, the police said, but we'll use assistance from the Australian Federal Police today with technical detection dogs. We don't have the capacity to run a dog that can detect a SIM from a mobile phone and that sort of thing. So we'll use these specialist skills. So here's where Sam lived, on Eureka Street. This is Mount Clear, which is where they think Sam was murdered by the twonk, Patrick Stevenson. Now, it's funny how they say she went missing here, but they think the murder scene was Mount Clear. So do they think she was taken to Mount Clear still alive and murdered there? You know, was she abducted, put in the car, taken to Mount Clear, then murdered? Or, you know, we don't know exactly, you know, the events, do we? Anyway, and this is where he was arrested. He was house sitting, and now they're on a new search area, this area here. So they've searched Mount Clear, didn't they, before, and now apparently they're searching here, concentrating on the Bunningyong Bushland Reserve area. So let's hope. There's Mick. He'll be waiting for some information as well. All the flats, Samantha's husband, Mick. Yeah. So we'll see. So that's a bit of an update there. Not really an update, but just that they are still searching. And also they are using these canines, these special canines, Georgia and Alma. We know, don't we, from other cases that we've looked at, how important dogs can be in investigations for various reasons. So that's something I wanted to tell you about. Now, the other thing I wanted to tell you about is about Madeleine Soto. So Madeleine, of course, is the very young girl, the 13-year-old girl who the police believe has been murdered by her stepfather, the horrible, sinister Stefan Stearns. And of course, everybody's not sure about her mother, Jen Soto, what she knew and what she may have had to do with it. So poor Madeleine went missing the very day after her 13th birthday and was found dead a couple of days later in Woodland near her house. And although Stefan has been arrested, the stepfather, so far only been charged. He's been charged with 60 counts of either possessing child pornography or videos, photos of Madeleine from when maybe she was 8 years old. Now, I've got lots of things to show you about Madeleine, but I haven't got time today. But what I did just want to tell you is that there is, or there will be, the police have said that they will be giving an update later today, and I've got the video ready, but I did have the video ready, but Yeah, here we go. I'll share this with you. So the police have announced that they are going to issue an update. And of course, the question on everybody's lips will be, are they going to press murder charges? Because so far,
We could learn new information.
nobody has been charged with Madeleine's murder. So although it seems like Stefan is definitely up to his neck in it, whether he actually murdered Madeleine, he hasn't been charged with that. He's been charged with these possession because although he tried to fool the police, he factory reset his phone accidentally, apparently, obviously thinking these photos wouldn't be on there any longer. They were still on there, of course, and that's how they've arrested him. So let's listen to what this guy's got to say. There's going to be an update by the police soon.
Information surrounding the death of a 13-year-old Central Florida girl found dead after going missing. Kissimmee police are set to give an update in the Madeleine Soto investigation. News 6's Mark Lehman joins us live from Kissimmee this morning. And Mark, so far no one has been charged with her death.
Yeah, law enforcement says the boyfriend of Madeleine's mother is the prime suspect, but he hasn't yet been charged in her death and said he's in jail on dozens of other charges. Now, later today, Kissimmee police say they have an update on the progress of what's been a complex case. For weeks now, the Hunters Creek community has been showing support for Madeleine Soto, the 13-year-old girl who authorities believe was murdered by her mother's boyfriend. As many questions remain about what happened, we could soon be getting some answers.
This is still an active and ongoing investigation.
Kissimmee police say they'll be highlighting progress of the investigation today. It comes just over a week after 60 charges were filed.
So it'd be interesting to see what the progress is. Are they going to finally charge Stefan? Is Jen, her mother, a lot of people are suspicious of her mother because she gave conflicting stories about, whether she saw Madeleine that morning or not. She said that she saw her getting ready for school, but it's known now that Madeleine was already dead probably by then. But is it Jen being confused, being, coerced into saying these things, or does Jen know more? And has Jen got much more responsibility? This is the question. So it looks like we'll find out later something anyway.
Against Stefan Stearns, among them sexual battery on a child and molestation. Detectives believe Stearns documented much of the abuse on his phone for years, and it's that discovery that led deputies to arrest him before Madeleine's body was found. She was reported missing in February. Stearns told law enforcement he dropped her off at school, but Orange County Sheriff John Mina says that never happened.
Instead, we believe she was already dead at the time and that Stefan Stearns moved her body in the early morning hours on that day.
Deputies say they spotted Madeleine on surveillance video with Stearns, found her backpack tossed in a dumpster, and then discovered her body.
This poor innocent child, when you look at a little face, it just, I know she'd become 13. It was her 13th birthday. Had she finally turned around to him after she'd been abused for years and said, no, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? And he just out of rage, because, as far as he was concerned, she belongs to him. He's killed her in a fit of rage, maybe. But anyway, we'll find out.
In rural St. Cloud. Stearns is scheduled to be arraigned on his current charges on April 2nd. The question now is, will more charges be coming after today's update? That's scheduled here at the Kissimmee Police Department at 2 this afternoon. We'll be here and live stream that on clickorlando.com. For now, reporting live in Kissimmee, Mark Lehman, Getting Results, News 6.
In just a matter of hours, we could learn new information.
I will try my best to live stream that. Depends. There's a lot of things going on today. But if I possibly can live stream that at the same time, we can watch that live stream together. If I possibly can do it, I will do it. I'm just not sure if I'll be able to, but I'll certainly be reporting on it for you. And the last thing I just wanted to update you on, again, this time it's about Riley Strain. He's the young lad who is thought that he may have fallen in the river after he was thrown out of a bar, wasn't he? a bit worse for wear, let's say, for either drink or drugs. He was stumbling along the road, and there's CCTV of him, and he looks like he's completely out of it. And now he hasn't been, I think it must be 10 days now, at least 10 days since Riley's been seen. And now it's emerging. But again, you have to take these things with a bit of a pinch of salt, just for the reason that this is not information officially released by the police. This is, sorry, I've got to try and find the, where's the, right, hang on. I've got to find the, just got to find the news report. So this is on news from News Nation. This is Bamfield. And she's interviewing a guy who's close with the homeless community. And I'm going to show this interview. That apparently a shirt was found that had vomit on it, which isn't very nice to think about, and it's thought to have been Riley Strain's, and it was just hung over like a railing. But let's see what this guy's got to say.
So when I seen the the podcast with Sabrina on there, my first thing was to go check it out to see if I could rule out anybody at the camp, because I've grown to love them down there, and there's some really good people there. But two, to see if there's any validity to it, because we've all been following the Riley Strain situation. So when I got down there, I, just kind of put my feelers out, because a lot of the people down there trust me. And there's a lot of people down there that, are more than willing to help and to provide information for things like that. The first contact that I talked to.
I don't know. It's important to remember as well, Riley's debit card has been found by a TikToker. Which is a bit mysterious, because some people are saying that area had already been searched. And then these girls, they went and helped to search, and one of them found his debit card, and it has been confirmed by the police that indeed it is Riley's debit card. It's not a false one. So, it's fun, there's sort of these traces of Riley, but where is Riley? If he's in the river, it's a big river. This is in Nashville, Tennessee. I might be able to show you some footage of the river in a minute, but first of all, we'll just listen to this guy.
She told me that she said the word is that a guy named Ross had the shirt down there. So I talked to her for a little bit. Another guy told me that he's seen the shirt on the same guy, and the reason he noticed it because it was bigger, and it kind of went down further, because the guy in question, allegedly, that had the shirt, is about.
Riley is a very tall guy. He's a slender guy, but he's 6'6". Some reports say 6'5". Others say 6'6". So he's a big guy, a big lad. So, I know, because my son is exactly the same height. It's difficult to find clothes that are long enough. So if he's found something, that looks like quite big on him, it's probably because he's quite a slender guy. He probably has to, for his height, he has to get bigger shirts that are probably a bit big on him, in other ways. But for the length that he needs a bigger size. So that shirt, if somebody else picked it up and put it on, it would seem big on them.
About my height, which is 5'8". And then I left, and I got a text message from the same girl. She said she actually asked Ross, because when I was down there, I said, hey, have him call me if he had the shirt, or if he, tell him to call me. Let's see if we can link him up with the investigators or something to maybe get this shirt to him. She said that she talked to him, and that he said he was looking for copper over there by the Fort Nashboro. It's like a log cabin style building right there on Riverfront, and that he found it on the railing, and that it had puke on it, and he just wiped it off, wiped the puke off, and then put it on. And that's what multiple people said they seen him with that shirt. There was about 4 or 5 that identified him with that shirt.
So even if you maybe were suspect of the first person you asked, you said subsequent people had the same story about this man who you said his name is Ross, but I think you also aren't sure that that's his real name. Is that correct?
Right. So immediately when I found this information out, I immediately tried to call Crime Stoppers and the line was busy. So as I was pulling out of the homeless encampment, there was a Metro police officer parked in parallel with the camp. So I pulled right over to him. And
so this is interesting. We've got the final phone ping here. We've got where it started off. This is the bar that he was in, Luke's 32 Bridge. There was various sightings of him on CCTV. There was a body cam footage with a policeman. This is, and then his final phone ping. You can see this river runs right along. You know, the bank card was found here, sighting 3, and then the final phone ping. So something's happened here, hasn't it, in this area, it seems. And where was the shirt found? I think it was quite far away where the shirt was found. Anyway, they'll probably say.
Let him know the information. I also had video of the encounter of the people telling me this and some of the stuff that they told me, and I was able to show him the video. And while I was there, another policeman pulled up, and also an undercover pulled up. So I was able to tell 3 different vehicles of police exactly the situation.
So he has told the police. He has told the police. The police have not confirmed this, by the way. This is just the interview with Banfield. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit, see.
Some sort of a altercation with another guy at the camp where the other guy actually went to jail that night. So when I was telling the police officer about this, because I've had a relationship with this police officer before in the camp, I've had to, call the police for a situation down there before. He was able to pull the guy up immediately on his laptop, and I was able to say, yeah, that's who they're saying had the shirt. So,
right. So they're actually identifying a person. Now that person may not have done anything wrong. He's just could have easily just found the shirt, So, but it's interesting.
And that's kind of where it ended at that point.
So that man who was seen by multiple people wearing Riley's shirt with vomit on it, which is a brand new detail, and it links up to the family who saw Riley vomiting right just a few hundred yards from where the homeless encampment is. That man is known to the police. The police know about these reports now. And do you know at this point, Chris, if the police have located the man who goes by the name of Ross, who was seen wearing Riley's shirt with vomit on it?
I honestly don't know. I have made a couple calls down there, and they said they've seen police down there, but they don't know if they've talked to them or not. So they did,
Okay, so that's where we are with that. It's just everything's just happening all at once. So I'm going to have to go in a minute, but I just want to show you. This is JLR Investigates, and he's down there. He's actually there at the Cumberland River, and I just wanted to show you the river. You can see how big it is. It's long, it's big. JLR's there, so if you want updated information, go over. Oh, so he's got a video of it. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's a 2-hour. I'm not going to obviously play all this. I just want to give JLR this, but
Cumberland.
Here's the river, the Cumberland River, so we can see clearly it's a big, wide river. We've got a lot of searching to do. And, we know from other cases that we've followed, The river does not give up its secrets easily, does it? It's rare that people are found, quickly. It seems to take such a long time to find, it's so difficult. Sometimes it seems to happen quickly and other times it doesn't.
River, downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Search for Riley.
But he's right there at the scene. Good old JR is always boots. JLR is always boots on the ground, and it's good to see the scene, isn't it? Anyway, I'm afraid I've got to go, but I will give you whatever updates I can. Thank you for being here with me. Until I see you again, may your God go with you. Bye.